Hey guys, what's going on? So I wanted to record another video because I felt like my first one, I was scatterbrained a whole lot. And y'all, this is my second time getting on live on YouTube. So actually, I'm kind of nervous to share my experience with you about methadone. And I did that one, and I did that in my first one, but I wanted to talk to you guys about the brain fog that I know that I get personally, and it's probably really, really common. Um, anyways, I just, it really, really, really sucks. I'm going into my 5th month of being sober off methadone, and y'all, isn't this cute? My mom got this for me for Mother's Day and edibles. It's a cute mug. Anyways, ADD too. Um, but so here's one thing that's also draining me. Another thing that's draining me is whenever I'm trying to fight the urge to, it's not, I guess not fighting the urge, but it's more of like you lack energy. And when you were on methadone or whatever your drug of choice was that got you high, that made you want to, do a million things in one day, and your body's just not capable of realistically doing that. And so it just, like I'll say the first 3 months, I could not move out of bed. My house was always a mess. I just broke down and cried all the time. And my laundry room got piled up. Laundry in general, I have 2 kids, and I live in a condo, 2-bedroom. And my husband and I were about to move. I will say, good things come to those who wait. I'm so religious, and God is so good. Y'all, we went from 1 car to 2 cars to him making $110,000 a year with this company he just got on. I mean, it's just, and then I got offered a job. I'll go into that later, or maybe after this, but anyways, we'll wrap that up. God's good. Okay. Stay sober. I mean, you might be breaking yourself down thinking, why me? But dude, it's so great to be sober and alive. So, and especially being sober and alive, and then knowing that, like, if something ever happened to you, you're sober. And I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking too much, that I know where I'm going, to heaven. Anyways, so back to that energy part, dude. And I was beating myself up over that. I was like, dude, this used to not be me. I used to get up and I'd vacuum like 3 times a day, being on methadone. Of course, I was like, freaking Wonder Woman, just always constantly cleaning something. I mean, my husband, I had his work clothes just pressed and laid out for the next morning, and my kids ready to go, and I was ready to go. I worked for a law firm, and I'd get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd go dose and come home and then do, this, and this. Then I'd come home and take my other half a dose and, clean up the whole house, and then go to bed at 10 o'clock and redo it. And y'all, now my body is just, it's suffering so bad. Like, I have backaches all the time, and it's horrible. I mean, dude, just dope in general just numbs everything out. I mean, it just numbs everything. And like I said, I was very impulsive on it. So on methadone, I'd make these super impulsive decisions, and it would cost it'd cost money, and it would just, I would say things and not think about them before I said them. And, I lost a lot of friends doing that. And now, I look at, it used to be like, well, what did I do? I feel like I'm not having any fun being sober. And it was just like my husband had to tell me, Audrey, like, you would come home and basically you were a bitch. And I was coming down off of it. You hit your peak and then it's just downhill from there. And I would just be reclusive and just sit and, watch TV. And a lot of these things I don't remember. I'm starting to gain a little bit of my memory from being on it and looking back, and just, I'm having to forgive myself for a lot of things. And it's just like, like taking my kids up there to the methadone clinic. I didn't have a choice. I didn't want to be sick. And, that's one of the things too. I did not want to continue to take my kids to this methadone clinic with a bunch of people up there who were, I was never on heroin, but I don't want my kids to be around somebody who's on heroin. Point blank, period. And so, and then some of the people are abusing the system. They're up there for, 12 years. 5 years for me, that was just way too much. And so, and I'll tell you, it wasn't a maintenance treatment here. They wanted that money. Nobody talked to me about, Audrey, when you're going to come down, when you're going to, we're going to work something out for you. Nothing like that, y'all. I came down myself from 120 to 65 and then detoxed rapidly from that. So, when I tell you you're not alone, you're not alone. You're dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. I am. 1 second. Hello? Y'all, I swear I get all these calls from just random people all the time. So annoying. Credit cards or this or that. Another thing that I'm facing that I'm really just discouraged and just beating myself up about, because I have a lot of idle time, is going back to work. So I kind of want y'all's input on this. How long did it take for any of y'all to get back into work and kind of like fix, you know what I mean? When I say fix your brain, it's just like, it's almost like you feel like you have your brain dead almost a little bit in the first couple of months, and you're trying to slowly get, everything back working. So like I said, your receptors are blocked out for so long, 5 years, okay, every day, going to the methadone clinic and putting methadone in my body for 5 years every day. Y'all, you have to think, and if you've done it longer, you have to think that your brain, it was, your receptors were blocked constantly. So your dopamine and your serotonin levels have to naturally come back. And it's going to take some time. I'm no doctor, so I can't tell you, but I know for me, it's taking some time. They told me it would be 3 months for me, and then I'd feel fine, because I was just like, when am I going to feel normal? And what is normal? For 5 years, you are, I was, or even longer. I hate it if it's longer, but it's just like, what's normal? You don't know what normal is anymore. And So you have to kind of get out of your own thoughts, your own head, and kind of create uh, your own, what you think would be a normal life. And, I say, as long as you get up and you're sober and you know how to put the clothes in the washing machine and in the dryer, and you know how to do the dishes, and uh, parenting's another subject, because it's not that you're a bad parent, or that I would say, like, I don't know, uh, it's a slow process with that, because your patience is not there, just like your energy level. They both have to build up gradually. And so I told somebody the other day, or no, my husband told somebody something the other day and said, yeah, Audrey's sober off methadone. And somebody was like, well, damn, I'd be a bitch all the time. And it's actually total opposite. I mean, I'm not as big of a bitch when I was on methadone. I was coming off of it, but I guess it's just more frustration, just like, damn it, like, how did I do this before? You always want to, I always want to look back and be like, well, how did I do this before? And it's like, I got to stop myself in my tracks and say, no, how am I going to, because that's what your brain wants to do. It wants to react on what it was used to reacting towards. Even if it's a comment somebody makes, or how your brain responds, it's going to respond in a way that whenever you were messed up, that's how you responded. So we have to just not only heal ourselves, but we have to consciously be aware of how we think, and not be impulsive, and stop and be like, okay, this is how the new me is going to be, but anyways, I wanted to throw all this stuff out there with you guys, and just I'm thank you for tuning in. And if I'm even doing this right, and I hope that this helps. And if you have any questions or anything like that from my personal experience that I can give to you, just write in the comments underneath, and I will do my best. And shout out to everybody who's trying to get sober. It's not easy, it's hard, but we can get through this. And yeah, and I'll be praying for y'all. So much love.